Right, and then we're just going to go on to. So this is we're just going to talk about managers or new managers who we think will be in the dugout of Chelsea/Tottenham after this weird
Leicester
managerial. Yeah, / everyone at the moment. Everyone's without a manager.
I've never seen anything like it. Honestly, like you said, then we've actually the team of the week. It's like, yeah, they're without a manager as well.
It's crazy. But so, who do you? I'll go to Andrew first. Who do you generally see managing Chelsea next season? Who do you reckon is going to get the job?
I think it'll be Nagelsmann. I think they'll get him in. They'll get him announced within the next few weeks, ready for next season. A bit like they did with Ten Hag at Man United, so that he can sort of start working his magic before he has to take charge of any games to try and get Chelsea going. But yeah, I think it'll be him.
Tom, who do you see in the old Chelsea dugout?
It's a weird one because I think it all depends on how well Frank does. Obviously, he's not got off to a great start losing to Wolves. But I think, if he does go and do one, they're still in the Champions League, aren't they?
Yeah, not for long.
So, he could do a classic Di Matteo, win them the Champions League, secures the spot for next season as manager. But obviously, if he does go down the typical Frank Lampard managerial route, he's not going to do very well. And I think they'll get in Enrique, who I think they've already had talks with. He's on their radar. But I've also heard that, Mourinho and Conte potentially coming back, but I don't think any of those would fit right now.
So I'm going to throw a little curveball. I reckon Carlo Ancelotti will be the next Chelsea manager.
Big shout.
I think he'll be back.
To go after Arteta.
Yeah, there is that. But, I'm not sure. I think Bowley will go experience now.
Yeah,
it needs to have someone come in, like a Ancelotti, a Conte, someone to come in, steady everything up, get them playing football, and go from there. Let's be honest. I think even if Frank wins the Champions League, he ain't going to get that job, is he?
Is Mourinho the man to come back then? Third time's a charm, or is he past is he past the Chelsea phase?
I don't think he should go back again, Jose.
No,
he went a bit off the rails the second time round, didn't he?
And he's doing all right at Roma. I think he'll probably get an international job soon when he wants to finish his career. Probably go Portugal or someone like that. But yeah, I think they need someone, a lot of experience, just to settle them down.
Yeah, I agree. I think we've seen it in the news as well that they want someone. They're worried about Nagelsmann's age, so I think they probably will go somewhere. I think Enrique is probably a good shout.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. It'd definitely be interesting because the team's there. I just don't know what's happened to them this year.
Well, the players are there. I would say there's
no.
I think it's the case of exactly when Frank Lampard took over, they bought so many new players, and there's just no chemistry whatsoever. They don't know each other. If you
actually done all right. Frank done all right, didn't he? The first season because they didn't buy anybody.
Yeah, they're the band, didn't they?
Yeah, and then that second year when they had some money, they went out and spent a load of money, and it was just it all went to shit
making those transfers.
No,
that's the problem.
Who's in control of all this? I think
because they need sacking.
None of their managers at Chelsea make the decision of who gets bought and who gets sold. I don't believe that at all. No. Maybe Mourinho had a bit more pull when he was there, but even then, I think he gave a list of players, and they would go and get one of those.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean, or someone similar. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see who's there, because I think they'll probably do it right next year. I think if they get a Conte and Ancelotti, someone that can come in, steady it all up.
If they can get a world-class goal scorer, then they'll be fine.
Yeah,
because that's what they're missing.
Yeah.
They've got no one to score goals for them.
The question is is Mason Mount going to be gone?
Well, Frank Lampard's back, so
golden child.
Yeah, right. Tom, Tottenham. Who do you reckon's managing them next year?
This is a tough one because I don't know who's going to want the job. I really, really don't. They've had some great managers over the past few seasons. Some that, you said you've got Conte and you've got Mourinho. Both have won trophies everywhere they've been, apart from Tottenham. Yeah. I don't know what anyone can do with that team, and I really don't know what manager is going to want to take over. And that's my honest answer. I really don't know.
That's fair. Andrew?
So, this might be a bit controversial. I think it'll be Graham Potter. He's not won trophies before. He needs a job. He needs to come back in the Prem. He needs to change people's minds about him after that thing at Chelsea. I think he would take that job at Tottenham.
Oh, 100%. He turned down Leicester, didn't he?
Yeah.
Apparently they approached him and he turned it down.
Yeah, I think a club challenging for Europe, I think he'd take that, I think.
Yeah. I think it will be, don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but Nagelsmann. I don't think Chelsea will take the risk on him. The only other possibility is if Carlo Ancelotti goes and Nagelsmann goes to Madrid. Apart from that, I see him managing Spurs next year.
That's a good show.
Yeah.
But because we say like who would take it, but everything is there for Tottenham to be a successful team.
What's stopping it from happening? That's the thing.
We spoke about this.
You can't say they haven't got the players, because they have. They've got the players to challenge for the top. So what's going wrong?
Kane will be off. I think he's.
But do they have the players?
I can't see him staying.
They've got some players, that Kane and Son, and I know Son's not been informed, but they have got some. I really like that Bentancur as well. But if you look at their goalkeeper, Lloris has passed it for me. Like, he's done. Their defence is poor. Yeah. Their whole defence is poor. I can't think of a good defence.
In fact, Eric Dyer still keeps playing.
Yeah, okay, they've got Romero, who is a bit erratic, but he's a decent.
Yeah, that's his problem.
He needs to stamp that out. Their midfield, Bentancur, yeah, I like him, but they just don't have good players. They've got the odd good individual, like Harry Kane's world class, Son is world class, but other than that, they haven't really got the players to challenge with the top teams.
No, I don't think they're challenging for the top teams, but I think if Daniel Levy just needs to let maybe the managers have a bit more control.
Yeah.
If he's been there for, well, God knows how long, and he's got director after director and recruitment people getting these players, which isn't working, and then you had someone like Conte who wasn't allowed to buy his own players. It doesn't make sense to me. Obviously, they know the game more than.
Yeah.
Why not just let someone have that little bit more control? If you're going to get a young manager like Nagelsmann in, and when you think about it, it's pretty mad that he got sacked from Munich, really.
Yeah.
If you're going to let him come in, just give him a season or two of buying his own players and let him see what he can do.
Yeah.
But I do think Harry Kane will be off this year.
Oh, he'll be off 100% again. See, the thing with Tottenham, is it the same thing that has kind of happened with Man United with Ten Hag coming in? Do they need to kind of offload several players and just rebuild? And, let it take a couple of seasons and really push for it.
Need a process.
We'll quickly talk about old Ten Hag for a couple of seconds, right? Is he that good? Like, honestly?
No.
Not been long enough.
Like, is he doing any better? Is he doing any better than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did?
Won a trophy. Solskjaer won the Europa League?
Ole got second and finished.
They
lost penalties, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, of course they did. Yeah.
And he finished second. So I don't really see if he's any better than Ole Gunnar, to be honest.
Watching Man United play, there's nothing overly terrifying about them. Like, if I was the opposition watching their previous matches, they're still not the Man United of old, are they? They're not. They don't strike that kind of fear into you. Like,
they've got Fred and McTominay in midfield. I mean, what are you going to? I mean, at least before, as inconsistent as he was, at least you had Pogba to sort of bolster that up. But they've just got nothing in midfield, really. I mean, I like Eriksen, but I just think he's still a good player. He's still a really good player, but his best days, I think, are past him now, Christian Eriksen.
Yeah.
And they need more than just him.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, Casemiro, again, just, unbelievable player. Just put it out there.
Yeah.
Quick word on Leicester. Quick word on Leicester. Who do you think their new manager is going to be?
Well, it could be anyone.
Is it?
I think they need someone now, like literally this second.
Yeah, to keep them up.
They need someone to come in like a Big Sam, just to keep them in the league, because they're one of them teams. If they go down, they're in big trouble. They pay massive, massive wages.
Yeah,
they need to stay in that league, or they're in big trouble. Leicester.
I honestly think they made a mistake.
Yeah,
Brendan Rodgers.
You could put him in the conversation for Tottenham.
Yeah. I think he's a really good manager, Brendan Rodgers. I don't think he's not really had the best time at Leicester. But again, I think they're going to need a couple of seasons. They've lost a lot of good players over the past couple of seasons, a lot of players that have actually, helped them get to that top half of the Premier League. And I do think they just need a season or two to get a few signings in and get them back to where they want to be. And I think
they haven't spent any money in a while, have they? I don't think.
Yeah.
No,
I think they're
going
risking.
to likely lose players regardless. The take I saw on
Maddison will be
Sky News
gone
earlier
as well.
I thought was actually quite mad, and I didn't really think of it. Where's Morgan? I think that get someone in the fans can get behind. He's done his coaching badges, even if it's just to the end of the season. Get someone in that knows what it's like to fight for the badge and get players behind him. And it's not a bad shout, I don't think.
Yeah, no, that sounds pretty decent. They need someone in now though, just for these remaining games to stay in that league. Because otherwise, if Forest and that go down, I know Forest spent a lot of money, but I think they'll be okay. If a West Ham or a Leicester went down, who are paying, I don't even want to know how much on wages. They're in big trouble. Yeah, it easily can happen. I know.
This is me, I'm so royal, and you all wanna be round. Yeah, you all wanna be round. Round a champion, a champion. I got tons of soul on my true collective ball. Famous, also famous, number one.